Hello, Grant Wiley here. Welcome to Grant's Gaming News for Friday, October 20th, 2017. First, a little housekeeping. If you're enjoying the news and reviews, please click the subscribe and notification icon below. Mondays and Wednesdays, we post game reviews. And on Fridays, we do game news from around the war game and board gaming world. Now onto the news. First, Worthington Publishing. I'll start with our company first. In the production news, the printer has given us news on Enemies of Rome, Saratoga, Trenton, and New York 1776. The printer is currently printing these and expects to have them on the boat to us by November 20th, which means we should receive them in time for us to be getting them out to you hopefully by Christmas. I'll be sending out surveys to receive your mailing addresses once we get the games in port. The shipment will include the corrected counters for Band of Brothers Epic Battles, so we'll be getting those out to retailers and distributors also as soon as we get the new counter sheets in. So you'll be able to order that in time for Christmas, hopefully, to have that under the tree for anybody that's a Band of Brothers fan, the series by Jim Crone. Dunkirk and Holdfast Tunisia will be following on the next shipment, which should be leaving shortly after that, early to mid-December, we hope. John Paninsky, designer of numerous games for numerous companies, he's doing Devil Dogs of Bellew Woods for us. It's a hex and counter game, large 20 to 22 by 34 inch hard-mounted map board. We believe it'll be hard-mounted this time. We're going to Kickstarter that. It'll have approximately 300 to 360 counters. Uses cards. It's not card driven, it's card assisted, issuing orders to your different sectors on the battlefield. So look forward to more news on that coming up as John sends us more information. Also last for us, we'll be launching a Kickstarter project this Monday, October 23rd, between 4 and 6 p.m. Be looking for this, guys. We really need your support on this one. It's Cowboys rebranded. If you enjoyed the original Cowboys by Worthington Games, we're updating it. We're taking the 6 geomorphic boards, we're reshaping them into a large 20 by 30 boards that you can butt your old boards up against to make a large Old West town or prairie or whatever. But this will be a town on one side of the board, an Old West town on one side of the board, a bunkhouse, corral, and prairie on the other side. Updated rules, we're using the advanced rules, and we're also adding in some tweaks and simplifying some things while adding in some more chrome. So it'll be definitely a little bit heavier, but not anything to turn off anybody. Reworked rules, scenarios, some tweaking on the cards. We're adding plastic tracker bases. No longer are you hopefully going to need that cowboy tracker sheet, which wasn't a problem. You'll have bases that you'll pick up and rotate on the cowboy stand figures that'll track health and ammo. The game will be playable by 1 to 10 players. It does have a solitaire engine built into the game. So, and as a outstanding stretch goal, we're adding in, we had a sculptor do plastic figures based on the cowboy art from the original game. So you'll get 5 figures in 2 molds for that, or 5 figures, total of 10 figures, 2 colors for that. So guys, please be looking for that. We really appreciate your support, as do all these war game companies out here. It's a small market, and without your support, we just don't make it. The companies don't. So it's very important, if you want to continue seeing great games from all the companies I'm going to talk about today, that you support us. And we appreciate it. GMT Games. GMT Games posted their monthly update yesterday. Some cool news there. Big news for me is that they're currently going to be shipping the Rev War 3 game pack. If you're a fan of Mark Miklos's Revolutionary War series, the 3 game pack, I think it's Guilford, Brandywine, and Saratoga, with the mounted map boards and counter sheets. Guys, there's still time to get in on this. Great deal. You're getting 3 games. You're cutting out the cost and size of 3 boxes. You're cutting it down to 1. Brilliant move on their part, I think. And if I know Mark, he's updated these things with the counters and rules, and it's going to be awesome. One other thing that caught my eye with their website is their Next War series. I've never played this. I've always had a fascination with Cold War, going hot. You know, military conflict in the 80s and 90s between Soviet Union, ourselves, China, Taiwan. There, saw some posts out there on Next War Poland. And guys, if you've played any of the Next War series, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. I'm interested. I think I'm going to end up having to play one of these and giving it a shot. Also, they announced that they'll be publishing Ted Racier's Storm in the West, 1918-1919, covering the end of World War I and hypothetical 1919 scenarios. If you've ever played any of Ted's games, you know he's just a master. And particularly World War I, I think he hits it better than anybody. You know, so go to gmtgames.com, check out their website, check out what's new, and you know, sign up for their newsletter. If you're not signed up, you're missing out, because they really do a great newsletter updating all their company information. So please go and check them out. Compass Games, October 19th, they began shipping out the African Campaign Designer Signature Series. It's the John Edwards classic. If you've ever played Russian Campaign, this is North Africa with Russian Campaign system. I had a beat up, ragged copy I got in a swap off Board Game Geek by the original, I believe it was Jedco Games, and great game. You know, if you enjoyed Russian Campaign, the old Avalon Hill classic, this is a must buy. Again, they just started shipping it. I think you can still get it for $40, $45 on their website. Don't quote me on that. But it's North Africa with Russian Campaign. How can you beat it? So be sure to go order this at compassgames.com. Visit them at Compass, that's two S's, COMPASS.com, or games.com. Flying Pig Games, Mark Walker's still got out the old school tactical West Front. You know, this is available currently. That's been a very great game for Mark. You know, he produces fine quality material. He's got huge counters in this, guys. If you're like me going to the ready readers from the grocery store, you know, these counters you're not going to miss on the game board. So be sure to go and check them out. A company I didn't know much about until just recently, Colinspiel Games, HOLLANDSPIELE.com. Play that back in reverse and then forward, and play it slow. But they're a cool little company. They've I believe it's Tom Russell. He has just launched Objective Shreveport, which covers the underdone Union's 1864 Red River campaign that uses a system that I'm interested in checking out. It's his More Aggressive Attitudes game system. It covers the American Civil War. It's more of a grand tactical to micro strategic game. The More Aggressive Attitudes is on the 1862 Northern Virginia campaign with John Pope. When Lee left the peninsula, left McClellan dangling on the peninsula, went up and smashed Pope. This looks like a good game system that you can play in 2 hours. The Objective Shreveport has 88 counters, 22 by 17 board, and just some really cool production concepts. You're talking 8 pages of rules. So right now you can get Objective Shreveport for $40 at Colinspiel.com. Objective or More Aggressive Attitudes is $35. You can't lose out. I mean, you can't go to a movie and eat a bucket of popcorn for that price, but you can play these games over and over. So visit them at Colinspiel.com, HOLLANDSPIELE.com, and get an order and get yourself an early Christmas present. And speaking of early Christmas presents, I don't know how many of you have bitten on MultiMan Publishing's Black Friday sale. They've got me year after year. This year, instead of Black Friday sale, guys, they are doing a spooktacular Halloween sale. And this is going to run from October 28th to October 31st. So my understanding is they're not doing the Black Friday sale. So if you're sitting on your gaming bucks and you're waiting on the Black Friday sale, it's not coming. And this is a smart move on their part because everybody's out shopping on the internet. You have lag problems, just all kinds of problems with this. They're running this from October 28th. I believe it starts at 6 p.m. on the 28th and runs through the 31st of October. They've got a list on their website of the games that they're going to be running and the prices they're running them at. I counted over 40 titles, and some of them are up to 50% off. It's crazy. But, you know, there goes my allowance. There goes my allowance or my marriage, one of the two. Visit them at MultiMan Publishing, just like it sounds, MultiManPublishing, publishing.com. If there's games that you've been wanting to try out of theirs, great deals. I think their Mighty Endeavor, the D-Day SCS series, I think it's 32. There were just a couple titles out there for like 17 and 21 that I think I'm going to bite on. So don't you get it before I do. Otherwise, I'll come to your house and you'll have to play me in it. Okay? It's that type of deal. Be sure to check them out. Academy Games. Academy Games is partnering with Deep Silver, Volition, and Apollo Games for a new and unique title. It's called Agents of Mayhem, Pride of Babylon. The graphics on this have already grabbed me. If you're a role player, superhero type person, this game looks like it could be right up your alley. They've got some cool 3D figures. It's a 3D board with 3 levels. If you ever played Star Wars The Queen's Gambit, which is a great game, they had a three-layer board that you could go up and down the levels. And this has that board look to it. Looks like a lot of fun. It's not out yet. However, you can go to the website, academygames.com. It's right on the headline, right up at the top of the page. This looks really cool. It says it has a procedurally generated campaign. I think I know what that means. I think as you go through the campaign, you know, you play X scenario, it affects Y and Z. I think that's what it means, but I'm going to have to see. Once they come out with more information, I'll be posting it here and letting you know what I think. Lock and Load Publishing, in their forum section on October 15th, David Heath posted some pics of cards from Atlantic Storm, the Admiral's Edition. It's Lock and Load is doing an update on the Atlantic Storm game. If you ever played this game, I've played it once or twice at PresCon in Charlottesville. This game's a blast, and I didn't really want to play it. I was late at night. I was looking to fill in for somebody, and this was the Avalon Hill version. And had an absolute blast. That's why I played it the second time. My friend Steve Shedden got me in on it. Some of the updates with the Admiral's Edition. You get Tarot-sized force cards, more convoys, 5 ways to build your convoy deck, new event and force cards, increased chance of fighting each round, more instances of claiming fate against victims. And if you played the game, you know what that is. Special rules for solitaire play. And regular team and chronological versions. So you can play it historically, you know, 42, 43, 44. Or you can just kind of mix and match. Columbia Games, I went out to their website and they've got a new Hard World edition called Ivinia, the Viking Lands. I-V-I-N-I-A. Looked really cool. Graphically, I've never played Hard World. I'm going to be straight up with you. But I love Columbia Games. Obviously, you know, we produce a lot of block games. The Viking Lands looks really cool. It's an add-on region module with a Viking Norse flavor. The art drew me in. You know, when I went to their website, I'm looking for war game news, and here's something that's like, boom, eye-catcher. Again, the box art's intriguing, and it left me wanting to learn more. If you're a Hard World gamer, I definitely suggest you head over to Colinspiel Games and check this out. Definitely looks cool if you haven't checked it out yet. And last thing on the news for the day is GMT in their news update posted the box art definitely grabbed me, and the board looked beautiful. And I want to say it's HGN Games. Out on Kickstarter, they're doing an update of the GMT Classic Medieval. Medieval. This has a beautiful look to it. I will be the first to admit I've never played the game. I don't know very much about it, but graphically, when I went out and looked at the campaign, it drew me in. They've got 35 days left in this campaign. For $65, you get the base game and all the stretch goals. I think it's a real bargain. If you get a chance, go out and check it out. You know, I think this could be a winner, guys. One thing to say real quick on the gaming news, every company's got their pre-order system. The wargaming market, and as many of you know, we're a small market, all of us. You know, if you're a wargamer, board gamer, there's not a ton out there. You know, Milton Bradley and Hasbro, they can pump out games by the thousands. GMT, as large as they seem, they're still well, they're kind of blending, but the P500s and the Kickstarter campaigns for our companies, Compass, Lock and Load, Flying Pig, Decision Games, all these companies. Guys, when you support those, you really help hone in the numbers that we need to print and let the companies figure out what they need to do. So please, if there's games that you're interested in, it's great to support your brick and mortar, and I highly encourage that. But you really help out a lot more if you're backing the companies on the P500s and the Kickstarter projects. You know, I don't think we'd be able to do a lot of the games we're doing without the Kickstarter. Everybody I know that's in the gaming business is not doing it as their source of income. They are doing other jobs and then doing this. I just recently retired as a police officer in March. And not because I'm drawing some great income from the game company, but because I had 27 years on the police department. It was time to retire. So with that being said, we do appreciate your support. Please go out and support your local game companies. You know, give some of these games a shot. You know, normally the companies are trying to offer them at a great discount, the best they can on P500 and the Kick. And guys, that's what happens when you don't check your battery level before you begin filming. Sorry about the blip, but anyway, I just wanted to make sure I closed and told y'all have a great weekend, happy gaming, and as always, I'll see you on Monday. My review of Falling Sky by GMT Games. I'm going to do a detailed review, and on Wednesday I'll be doing a review of the old Avalon Hill Classic, Caesar Alicia, and then on the following Monday I'll be doing our old classic Caesar's Gallic War, and comparing and contrasting Falling Sky because it covers the same material. So guys, happy gaming, have a great weekend, get out and play a game, introduce somebody to a new game.